you've been exposed to doctors, you know what your mom does, and you know what your dad does. And that's usually kind of our scope of the world of work. So to get out there and just talk to alums, and they will absolutely give you a couple hours of their time for you just to sit with them and find out, you know, what they do. It's very similar to here. You know, we've kind of learned a lot about careers probably most of us didn't know anything about. So those are great ways to use your summer. Don't get hung up on I didn't land an internship, it's the end of the world. You can be very creative with how you spend your time to make it substantive and get something out of it.
And then just be very proactive after. I did forget though, when I came back, I did some translating just for a neighbor who was trying to buy boat parts in Miami. And that's just another thing, I was just proactive, like talking to neighbors or anything. So just whatever you want to do, just keep it up and don't lose the Spanish. That's the only thing I can say.
I'm curious, sorry,
Nope.
if you're gonna,
Nope.
okay, apart from these types of summer opportunities that you took advantage of, I'm curious what opportunities on campus you took advantage of during your senior year to maintain the Spanish that you learned when you were abroad, so that you didn't lose it, you know, during that year where you may or may not be taking Spanish classes, but you're certainly not speaking Spanish as often as you would abroad, where you're speaking it all the time, every day to everyone.
Definitely befriended the flaws, especially the ones that were coming from. Like we tried to get to know some of them that were coming from Leon before we got here, but then some things changed with who came. But befriend the flaws, go off campus, meet them, hang out with each other, reminisce. Like all the songs from the year we were abroad, like they just still bring back memories, the music. I tutored a 6th grader in Spanish in Shrewsbury. After like observing at Berkeley, I would head out there. I just found this through a connection, and you could advertise yourself for a Spanish tutor at any of the high schools. There's a few private Catholic high schools and private all-boys schools. Like you can advertise that and be a tutor and keep up your Spanish. Worcester Academy is really not far away, and a lot of schools, Bancroft, things like that. You could tutor and keep up with it that way.
I tutored, I can't even remember now, some elementary school in Worcester, but so I did that for Spanish-speaking kids. But then my favorite, all my new friends from Leon, we actually took here this Spanish film movie. So then we just turned into, we would have weekly movie dates together, and we were watching Spanish films and drinking Rioja a lot. So, but it was great, and we kept it up together. So we would watch a lot of the movies from class, and then we just extended it, and we had a lot of movie nights together. But it was great. So.
There's a ton of movies to watch. At BC, you can rent, and I think I've seen all the Almodovar movies, and anything I could find that was Spanish, I would rent 1 or 2 a week and watch those and just keep up with the Spanish. And now Internado, it's addictive. There's 7 seasons, so you're not going to lose it. So I'm on the segunda parte of the 7th season. So just doing that and those little things, you know, Spanish, putting movies in Spanish that you like, definitely those little things.
Our students now have the opportunity as well to attend lots of Spanish club activities, which we didn't have before. Movies, tertulias with the class.
We did a few movie things when we were here.
Keep encouraging them to do as much of that as they can outside of the class too.
Do it.
Awesome. Are you still having the film class?
Yeah, yes, I teach that every other year. So.
I love that class.
Thank you.
And if you guys want to contact me or any of us,
you don't have business cards, but you can. Amy has all of our.
Yeah, I can pass the.
You can send our email
Addresses
Sure.
just to all the majors.
Sure.
In case they're interested.
Please do. And if you want to come visit and tell them about traveling and studying, they love special guests. And they're actually very good when we have guests. Not with me.
Well, before we start leaving, I wanted to say a great big thanks to Amy Murphy, the director. That you did setting this up, but this would not have happened without you. It's been such an amazing evening, I think, for all of us. Great to have you back, and great for our students to hear what your experiences. So thank you, Amy, for making it possible. Appreciate it. And thank you to everybody for coming. It truly was a full house, and it does feel like we're all part of a family, and I think that's a wonderful thing too. So I'll send you their emails, and if you want to keep corresponding with them, have any other questions as you get ready to start applying for jobs and so on, they might be wonderful resources for you in the future.
Good luck with everything.
Winter swipe.
Thank you for coming.